So you do magic?
I mean, a little. My dad passed a while back and my mom passed last year. It's just me and my little sister Tina. Love of my life.
What's up? You have been doing good. I've been hearing there's a new supplier in the area. Homie moves into our backyard and starts selling like I don't exist. We're gonna pay him a little visit. Talk to him about etiquette. Sit down! What the?
Hey everybody, welcome to What the Flick. I am Matt Atchity. This is not Alonzo Duralde, it's Dave White.
Woo!
And that is Christy Lemire.
I am Alonzo Duralde cosplaying as Dave White.
Oh my God, nobody else can ever do that. Mine.
We are talking about Sleight, or they are talking about Sleight. I didn't see it.
You should though.
Should I?
Yeah, it's really good.
It ain't bad.
Convince me.
I will. I'm very convincing. All right, so Jacob Latimore stars as a young man named Bo, who is probably about 20, seems to have a very promising future ahead of him in electrical engineering, but then scraps all that when his mom dies to stay home and take care of his younger sister. The dad's out of the picture as well, and he makes money by doing magic tricks on the street, card stuff, sleight of hand, stuff with coins. That's his job by day. By night, he is a gopher for this would-be up-and-coming drug kingpin played by Dule Hill. And he thinks he's just sort of dabbling in this stuff just to get by and make some money, and then increasingly gets caught up more and more in the drug dealer's bidding. And the two parts of his life, the magic part and the drug dealing part, start to converge. Take a look.
I have no idea how this happened.
I'm gonna help you figure this out.
Anyone can learn a trick. I can do something no one else can.
Oh my God.
I need more power. This isn't for a trick, is it? There's a lot of things in our lives that can trap us. But these barriers only exist if we let them. You know, we can do whatever we want if we just believe we're able to.
Thoughts? Did you like this?
I had no idea what I was gonna get when I walked in. And initially I thought I was going to get a sort of slice of life film until I saw his arm.
Right. I don't want to give too much away about the arm, but he has a thing he does.
He has a thing on his arm, and it involves batteries and magnets, and then ultimately some science fiction. And it becomes a different film than I thought it was going to be. And I'm sorry,
Continue, we're all listening, we're here.
I was expecting something else, and what I got was more along the lines of a superhero origin.
And that's how they describe it a lot when the film, J.D. Dillard, who wrote and directed it, the people who behind this film describe it quite often as exactly that. So they achieved their purpose.
Well, then they did the right thing, I guess.
If you picked up on that, that's what it is. Yeah.
Does that make me happy? I don't know. The film is pretty good. It is surprising, and the idea of magic as your salvation, even when there is no magic, it's a series of tricks that you are conducting yourself to get through life. That's the idea that I found most interesting about it.
What?
Well, otherwise it descends into a good kid, running afoul of bad guys film, and that's not particularly interesting.
Okay.
But this felt fresh in a way that I think if they'd had a bigger budget, J.D. Dillard, this is his second feature.
I think this is first, actually.
No, he made a movie in 2006 called Judy Goose.
I'm not sure anyone has even seen that.
Hang on, Grandpa needs his glasses to read his notes.
As his debut.
Judy Goose.
Anyway, he's done some shorts and some music videos.
It might not have gone anywhere, Judy Goose.
Yeah.
But Maybe they are pitching this as his debut.
His debut
like
feature.
when they said Madonna's W.E. was her first
Right.
film. Yeah.
So I didn't necessarily, as I was watching it, pick up superhero origin story. To me, it felt like a mashup of Chronicle and Dope.
I thought quite a bit about Chronicle, and I did think about Dope.
Yeah.
I like Dope a lot better. Dope has a lot more energy and comedy
sense
and
of place.
eccentricity, definitely sense of place. This film was set in Los Angeles in a way that a person who lives in Los Angeles understands to be geographically inaccurate.
No, Larchmont.
But that's fine.
Larchmont, and then he lives farther east. He lives kind of like Elysian Hills,
Okay,
right?
sure.
And he plays to the rich kids in Larchmont.
Yeah.
Anyway, I found that the way that J.D. Dillard balances tone was pretty effective because it is a mashup of two very different kinds of films, and a lot of that has to do with Jacob Lattimore's enormous charisma. Now, you may remember him from Collateral Beauty. He is one of the three. Did you ever see that?
No.
Oh, how did you miss one of the worst movies of last year?
It's deranged.
We had so much fun.
You should see it.
So he's one of the
Sorry, I had cool shit
actors.
to do.
He's one of the actors who like duped Will Smith into thinking that he's losing his mind. Jacob Lattimore.
Spoiler alert.
And it was, sorry.
Now I don't need to see it.
We've gone deep into Collateral Beauty here on this show before. Go back and click on that one. So he's got this great like swagger about him when he's working his audience, but also he's got a ton of just presence just when he's like quietly contemplating what his next move is going to be. And this is one of those movies in the vein of like A Simple Plan, where a good person gets caught up in extraordinary circumstances and gets in over his head and makes one bad decision and then another and then another and then gets in deeper. And you can imagine how in trying to survive and support his little sister, it's just the two of them, that he would do some questionable things.
He would do anything
to make some money,
to make life
survive.
better for her.
Right.
Yeah.
And she's played by, I'm blanking on her name, you probably wrote it down, maybe. She's really good. The girl who plays his little sister is really good.
I did not write that one down. I'm very sorry.
She's really cute. We'll look it up. But I've found
Storm Reed.
Yeah, she's super cute and very, very likable. So a lot of why I was into it was I cared a great deal about how he was going to get out of this horrible situation. They do accomplish a great deal on a low budget here. Having said that, the actual big climax, the big showdown, felt a bit rushed to me.
Yes.
And a bit anticlimactic.
Yes.
So that's the only problem I have with it, really.
So
I have,
scores?
well, one other thought I have, and it's 24 hours since I've seen this film, and it is really not, I think, the place for a white film critic to be very thorough or effective in discussing this, but here is a black filmmaker putting a black character in control of his own body and using it to liberate himself. And so academics, please begin working on this topic.
Piece, yes.
I'm not equipped.
Yeah, no, that's an excellent point, yeah. And J.D. Dillard had done magic in the past, and so he knew he wanted to use that as like a transformative power for this character.
Yeah.
So yeah, he directed it and co-wrote it. Yeah, I liked it a lot, and he accomplishes a lot with not a lot of money. He doesn't try to overdo it too much with like spectacular visual effects as far as the
I could feel him
go.
wanting a bigger budget.
Yeah. And you know what? I think he will get one now based on this, based on how this is going to get great reviews and good word of mouth, and he's a filmmaker to look for. So I am saying 7.8.
6.9.
Okay. Our number is a 7.4, and it is at 58%.
No, it's currently up to
Is it?
62%.
Woohoo!
Oh, good. It deserves the fresh.
I'm glad, yeah.
I have some reservations, but it does deserve the Rotten Tomatoes juicy red tomato.
Yes, it's worth seeking out. So I don't know, is it wide this week?
Probably.
It's in 550 theaters.
All right, so if it's
Wide-ish.
near you, it's a good little indie to check out. Bye.